Hey, Sam here with another strategy for the totally balanced game that is Stellaris. This strategy is using and abusing the ship disengagement feature to avoid losing any ships in combat. When a ship disengages, it leaves combat and begins to regenerate, essentially saving the ship from being destroyed. This also means a smaller fleet can deal a good amount of damage to a larger fleet while taking very low numbers of casualties. Think of it like death by a million paper cuts or a swarm of bees. You keep hitting them over and over, draining their alloys and slowly gaining an upper hand as they lose more and more ships as you lose less and less. This is extremely good for constant invasions and aggressive empires, and luckily Devouring Swarms actually boosts this strategy, as we will cover later. Now that we know the strategy, let's look at why and how this works. The chance of disengagement is determined by the formula 0.75 times damage divided by half the hull times 1.25 if in friendly space times the ship modifier of the type of ship it is times 1.5 plus any other modifiers. Let's simplify this because no one wants to do math to play a game, so I will cover each thing that you can use to manipulate your disengagement. The more hull you have, the more damage you need to take before you disengage. However, if you have too little hull, your ship can get wiped in 1 or 2 shots, decreasing the odds of disengaging. So, make sure to have the most hull you can to avoid 1 shots and 2 shots. If you really want to max out your hull, go Devouring Swarm, as it gives you a 25% hull points bonus and a 0.5% daily hull and armor regen, so you heal quicker. Now that we have covered the hull modifier, let's move on. When you fight in your own territory, you gain many advantages in Stellaris, and one of these is a 25% modifier on disengagement chance. This means, in your borders, your chance of disengaging goes up drastically. By waging war on your own turf, you maximize your disengagement stat. It should be noted that all ships don't have the same chance of disengaging. On the screen now, you should see a table showing the multiplier to disengagement chance per ship type. Corvettes are actually quite average at disengagement, yet battleships are quite good. The best advice I can give you is if your corvettes don't get one shot, then they most likely will disengage, due to the amount of damage they take. Corvettes are already a very good ship, as covered in my guide to corvettes. Take these multipliers into account when building a fleet using this strategy. The last 2 ways to increase your disengagement chance is War Doctrine and Admiral traits. The War Doctrine you want is Hit and Run, and to get it, you need to go down the Supremacy tree. You will also get a modifier from the Trickster Admiral trait, and the Erudite trait, which you can't get unless you go for Biological Ascension. If you maximize your disengagement chance, your chance of disengagement of a Corvette at half health goes from 37.5% chance to 78.8%, more than doubling. At half health, battleships and titans are at 98% chance of disengagement with all of the bonuses, and destroyers, cruisers, and transport ships are even higher. Simply put, your ships won't be able to be killed, as they will disengage before your enemy can make the final blow. The only downside to this is you won't be able to do the max possible damage, as you will disengage long before your ship gets destroyed. However, this also means you get to save your own ship, so it's a trade-off. You should take this into account when you're running this strategy, but I would support it. I would say this is a good strategy. I hope you found this video either helpful or interesting, and if you did, think about subscribing to the channel for more content like it.